Here are some things you can do when you're indoors. They all still involve a ball of some sort, and they're all quite challenging, but I think you'll enjoy them. Give them a go. The first one we're going to try today is juggling. The first step with juggling is being able to throw and to catch, okay, without having to move around too much. So today I'm going to be using a lemon. I'm using a lemon because A, it's not a ball, so it's not going to bounce off and smash things, but you might not have lemons lying around, so you might want to roll up some socks. Socks would be really good. What you want to make sure is that it fits really well in your hand. Can you see? That's just the right size for my hand. And what you want to do is you want to get one arm out like this and one arm out like this, and all I want you to try and practice is throwing that lemon from one hand into the other hand, okay, without having to move and without having to look at them too much. Okay, here we go. So up goes one lemon. Oh, it's gone over there. That's perfect. That one went really well. I wasn't expecting that. Here we go. Oh, not quite so good. Only caught it with 2 fingers. Do you see? So just keep doing that over and over. Oh, I had to move my hand until you're not having to move your hand at all. And the lemon's going the same way, or the sock ball, or the ping pong ball. Maybe you found some ping pong balls. They might be good. Or you could even use handkerchiefs or tissues or little scarves, because then they fall quite slowly, so they're easy to catch. Yep, back they go, forwards and backwards. Perfect. Okay, now that will take quite a long time to get absolutely right, so don't try and rush on to the next step. Keep going with that until that lemon, that ball, whatever you've got, is going easily from one hand to the other. Okay, don't rush it. It might even take a week, who knows? But you have to practice and practice and practice. Okay, when that lemon's going like that, that is when we, very exciting, we introduce the second lemon. Okay, whew. Now, if I keep going as I've been going, if I'm throwing one in the air, oh, it's going to land, and now I've got nothing in this hand, and 2 lemons in this hand. And the point of juggling is it's moving all the time. Whatever you're trying to juggle with, they're moving all the time. And the way to keep them moving is always to throw your ball or your lemon or your socks at the same time. Okay, so you always throw when the lemon reaches the top. So when I throw here, I'll throw my next one. Okay, when it gets up to here, I'll throw my next one. Okay, that's the idea. And you want to try and release the next one so it doesn't hit the one coming down. That's really hard. Okay, that's something that will go wrong a lot, and you just have to persevere, keep going, and eventually you'll find a way of dodging the one that's coming into that hand. Here goes. So I throw it up in the air and I throw my next one. I throw it up in the air, I throw my next one. Ooh, that was a bit wild. Now what you want to try and make sure is that lemons aren't going everywhere and you're having to catch them. Hey! And obviously, make sure you're allowed to use lemons. If you're using lemons, you could be using oranges, or you could be using whatever you're using. Make sure you've asked someone's permission before you start going around taking stuff out of the fridge or things like that. Don't use eggs. That's a tip, because they can get a little messy. Okay, only when you're really good at juggling can you risk an egg. In fact, never risk an egg. Now is the time to introduce 3 lemons, but again, don't go for 3 until you've really got the first 2, okay? Here comes lemon number 3. Now, this is a challenge, but it works in exactly the same way. When one lemon's got to the top, you throw the next lemon. You always start with the hand that's got 2, okay? Start with the hand that's got 2 and still throw when they're at the top. So it's, when it's at the top, I'm going to throw the next one. I've just got to tell myself, got to remind myself, feeling slightly nervous. Here we go. Throw, 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 throw. Yes, it's working. I'm juggling. Okay, now that takes a long time. It took me a long time to learn it, But I tell you, when you get the knack of it, it will suddenly click and you've got it. And you'll be able to impress all your friends that you can now juggle. Hopefully, when we get back to school, when I next see some of you, you'll all be fantastic jugglers. That would be amazing. Because when you persevere and learn a new skill like this, you feel really good about yourself. It's a really positive feeling. And actually, juggling is really good for you. Oops.